to a brand new Fortcast today. Today's a major one, isn't it, Alan? Today we're going to be joined by Alan.
Not about games this time. Not about games.
Yes, this is a major thing. It's still here, actually, if you think about it. It is, of course.
It's still shocking.
Yes, and
it's almost been 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years, guys.
It's almost been 2 years if this thing still goes in 2022.
It's just crazy, guys. Just how much has happened. So many lives have been lost. I would like a moment of silence for the people who lost their lives during COVID. Alright, now we're gonna do this.
Alright.
What are you laughing at? Alright, we're gonna talk about
why are we doing this? We need our energy!
So guys, we're gonna look at some things. Before we look at all the population and the months of COVID, we're gonna say we're gonna let Alan speak about some experiences and what he thought, and then it's gonna be my thought. This will be like a 10-minute thing where Alan speaks about the whole time, and then I do it, and then we get on to it. Because this is gonna be like an hour podcast, guys. Because this is a major subject. All right.
Should I do like a little? Should I talk about my COVID journey? Well, I didn't have COVID. It's my parents that had COVID, and I had to struggle with COVID.
Yes, talk about all of that.
All that.
All right, you can have approximately 10 minutes, basically.
Right. So this virus was pretty huge, and it took over the world, and I think there has been no one surviving. Yeah, no one has recovered in the UK and Northern Ireland, and it's pretty crazy. 5.9 million total cases in the UK, and 130,000 deaths in the UK, which is pretty shocking. And 200 million people. 200 million people. That's how many total there is. But there's actually 100.
Yeah, we'll look at that. We'll look at that later in the podcast, Alan. We'll look at that later. Alan, we'll look at that later in the podcast.
All right. Oh, sorry. It's my freaking ringtone.
Right, now you say about your COVID journey.
Well, I didn't have COVID, so here's what happened. So my dad had a huge temperature, and it was very warm, right? So he got tested and got tested positive, so we had to get tested, and my mum got positive then. So I started to get sick. I started getting a sore throat. Sore nose.
Yeah, guys, and plus when we were doing streams, in streams you could really hear Alan was really sick and tired.
My voice was gone. I was from hello to hello. My voice was gone. And if Fortcast was ever announced and we had to do Fortcast on that day, I wouldn't be here. I'd be sleeping on my bed, not doing Fortcast on that time.
Which would suck.
If Fortcast was starting today. And it would suck because I wouldn't be on it for 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah.
And it'd be pretty disappointing.
By the way, good news, guys. We're going to be joined by a special guest next Fortcast, but we're just going to talk about this big experience. All right, Alan, go back to the start. December 2019. Go back to December 2019 to August 2021. What happened? So, Alan, what's your experience of COVID?
I think it's pretty shocking and terrible.
Alright, do you want me to tell my story?
Yeah.
Alright, Alan.
The virus has been going on for 20 months.
I know, we'll look at all that later, Alan. Right, listen to the story I have to say, okay? Right, here, Alan. Right. So if you guys remember, way back in about was it Christmas? I was tested.
Around the Christmas time of 2020.
Is that when I was tested for COVID?
I think it was. Hold on, probably on my video show support. I'll look at that. I did support you as I quitted for a little bit. 2020.
I'm trying to look here, guys, on my phone. My brand new DJ Giller's phone, which looks epic. Or you should do that. No, it's that. Brand new phone.
Support for DJ Gillers was 7 months ago. So, yeah, December 8th, 2020. So maybe around Christmas time.
Yeah, which would have been So, guys, yes, I was tested for COVID. We'll put the video on. Let's go and put the video on, guys. Right, we'll watch it together, okay, Alan?
You having corona?
Yeah. Well, thinking I did.
What?
Wait a second.
Well, screen record it too, so you can show it to the fans.
Yeah, I've got it up here. I'm just going in. We'll watch it at the same time like we did with the Fortcast trailer, remember?
Wait, can you send me the link? What video was it?
Hi guys, I'm looking. Oh God. The video's just I have not got the virus.
No, the virus.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Tell me when you're on it and we'll play at the same time.
3, 2,
1, go.
Hi guys and welcome back. Yes,
No, he's lags!
and I know you've been wondering where I've been, why I've not been live streaming in about 5 days now. But yes, I did have symptoms for it, and I did get the test, but I got negative, so that is really good. But I still have the cough, the cold and all, you know. Don't need to talk about that, you know. So I'd say I'll probably be back Monday, or maybe even Saturday, somewhere when I get back this big. But there is videos on things so that's my brother. No, again, and that's trying to get rid of it. To upload their videos, it's either bad content. So I will do that for you guys. Don't expect that, but I am fine. I have not got the virus. I am safe. Bye.
Is the video over for you?
Yep.
Alright.
Hold on, just scrolling down on my Twitter here. I'm trying to find where is it? It was like one of them. I find something from them. The 7.
But anyway, Alan. So
No one shall disrespect the Christmas spirit.
Okay, Alan, let's get back to the podcast.
He said, wait, I'll find it. Find this video here. Hold on.
Is that about the virus?
No, it's your voice. It's your voice. I think how loud you sound, like very bad you sounded.
Go.
Yeah, you sounded so sick.
Alright, screen share.
He says yes. Also,
Here, screen share. Yeah.
Share audio, yeah.
Right.
See my thing?
Yep. Let's load in 1 second. Alright. What's the thing say? What's the thing say? Like the message. The message has been delivered. We will be saved and something is coming. Forget all about all the messages. Right, go. Press play.
Something from them. The 7.
That's your voice. During the COVID. I played it.
someone that was guide the way. I find the message
Yeah, I
from
feel
the
so
seven
sick as if I caught COVID, don't I?
saying that they are coming. I need to find people before it's too late.
Jeez, I feel so sick. But anyway, right, Alan, let's get back here.
Sick.
Right, let's get back here, right. Right, so, yes, I did have a chance of having COVID. Oh, plus, did I tell you, Alan?
What? COVID affects everyone.
Alan, did I tell you I was
Connections
tested?
are
Did I
low.
tell you I was tested for COVID twice? It was what? It was like February or March I was tested. I remember being tested for COVID. What about Alan? What's that? Wait, what happened, Alan? I don't know what happened to Alan there. There's a glitch here, hang on. I don't know what's going on. He's trying to ring back because he rang me. But let me just text Alan, are you there? I don't know. What was I doing? I don't know. Hello, Alan?
I lost my.
Oh, you lost connection, alright. But anyway, guys, Alan, did I tell you I got tested for COVID twice? I think it was like February or March, but it was negative again.
Are you gonna? Here, man. Are you gonna cut that part out of my disconnection?
Probably not, because I can't really because of the...
It's for the views.
But anyway, guys, I did, and yeah. But guys, get excited. The time you watch this video, my hair is cut. So, yeah, this getting cut this Saturday, so...
Woo!
You guys will see my new hair. Look at me! Right.
Yeah!
Okay.
Woo! I'm done with celebration!
Alright. We've got, this is the sad bit of the stream, Alan. We've got to look up how many people died of COVID-19.
Oh boy.
Wait until I'm up.
I'm just guessing it's like from like around 10 million or something.
Oh my god. In the past day, there's been 130,000 deaths and 5.9 cases.
You sure this thing will end in 2022? Then it's gonna get worse.
Hopefully, winter was bad last time. Remember, that's where a lot of people got it.
That's when you got it.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I survived.
That's when I got it.
Yeah. And it was also a little cold today.
Yep. All right.
Where I was.
Right, guys. So I'm pretty sure. Oh, I didn't do that. I'm pretty sure it's literally what I think it's like 2.5 million people have died from COVID, which is so sad. And there's been about 1 billion cases at least. You have to admit, has there? Because alone one day it's been 5.9 million. So it has to be about 1 billion cases.
It's pretty shocking that this COVID has gotten worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Why can it not just get better and better and better? It's all working.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy how all this is happening and like people are dying.
That's the reason I quit YouTube for a while in 2020. Like December 7th.
Yeah.
I quit for a while, and then I came back on February.
Yeah. But all I have to say is this has been crazy. Like this past 2 years, did you say, Alan?
It's crazy.
It's been 2 years of madness. What? It's been 2 years of madness. Alan, have you got any videos about COVID?
What were you saying?
Me? Alan?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm just lagging.
Here, Alan, can you hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me?
This is very laggy. No, it's not laggy. It's just silent.
Wait, you can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you properly.
Okay.
I can hear you properly.
All right. What? Do you have any videos of COVID?
I can hear you.
Do you have any videos of COVID on your channel?
No, I don't.
So,
I don't.
should we watch a video of, like a short video, like 5 minutes of like something like that's really good about COVID and the cases that's happened since like 2019? I don't know, maybe deaths happened. Right. I'll just look up COVID-19 deaths. YouTube.
COVID-19 deaths.
YouTube, probably. Wait, what's the best thing to write up? A video about COVID?
Just search up COVID-19 YouTube. How coronavirus COVID-19? And it's just giving me president today.
Wait, I've got something. 5 minutes and 18. Coronavirus disease. COVID-19. So just look up. I'll send you the link, okay? Oh, it's a drawn one, so that'll actually help out a lot.
Is it 5 minutes and 18 seconds?
Yes. Did you find it?
It looks kind World Health Organization.
One second, I'm just gonna write it to you anyway and just say, is this your one? Is that the one you're watching?
Yeah, I see that one. That's the one I see.
Alright then, zoom in and we'll watch it together, okay? In 3, 2, 1, go.
December 2019, there was a cluster of pneumonia cases in the city of Wuhan in China. Some of the early cases had reported visiting or working in a seafood and live animal market in Wuhan. Investigations found that the disease was caused by a newly discovered coronavirus. The disease was subsequently named COVID-19. COVID-19 spread within China and to the rest of the world. On 30 January 2020, the World Health Organization declared the outbreak a public health emergency of international concern. In this video, we'll take a quick look at what is currently known about COVID-19. Keep in mind that this is a new disease, and what's known is rapidly evolving and might change in the future. So what is a coronavirus? Coronaviruses are a large group of viruses. They consist of a core of genetic material surrounded by a lipid envelope with protein spikes. This gives it the appearance of a crown. Crown in Latin is called corona, and that's how these viruses get their name. There are different types of coronaviruses that cause illness in animals and humans. In humans, coronaviruses can cause respiratory infections ranging from the common cold to more severe diseases. These include the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus, first identified in China in 2003, the Middle East respiratory syndrome coronavirus that was first identified in Saudi Arabia in 2012, and SARS-CoV-2, the name of the virus that causes COVID-19 that was first reported in December 2019. So, where did this new virus come from? It's known that coronaviruses circulate in a range of animals. Sometimes these viruses can make the jump from animals to humans. This is called a spillover and could be due to a range of factors, such as mutations in the virus or increased contact between humans and animals. For example, MERS-CoV is known to be transmitted from camels, and SARS-CoV from civet cats. The animal reservoir of the new coronavirus is not known yet. How does the disease spread? The disease can spread from person to person through droplets, when an infected person releases those droplets through coughing, talking, or sneezing, for example, when close to another person. It can also spread when infected droplets land on objects, and when another person touches them and then touches their eyes, nose, or mouth. What are the symptoms? The incubation period, which is the time taken from exposure to the virus and development of symptoms, is on average 5 to 6 days, but can range from 1 to 14 days. There can be a range of symptoms, from very mild to severe. Some people may not develop symptoms. Common symptoms include fever, fatigue, and respiratory symptoms such as cough, sore throat, and shortness of breath. Some people reported loss of their sense of taste or smell, and some may develop a skin rash. In more severe cases, there could be pneumonia, organ failure, and sometimes death. About 80% of cases recover from the disease without needing special treatment. But there are some people who are at risk of serious illness. They include older people or people with underlying medical problems, such as chronic respiratory disease, obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, or cancer. How can we tell whether someone is infected? The infection is commonly diagnosed by a test called reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction, generally known as PCR. This test identifies the virus based on its genetic fingerprint. There is also a blood test that can check for antibodies against the virus, which may show that someone was infected in the past. How is it treated? The treatment for COVID-19 is mainly supportive care. Medicines against the virus are currently under investigation. How do we prevent transmission of the virus? There are a number of effective ways to prevent the spread of the disease. These include covering your mouth and nose when coughing or sneezing with a flexed elbow or tissue, and throwing the tissue in a closed bin immediately after use. Wash hands regularly with soap and water or an alcohol-based hand rub, maintaining at least 1 meter distance from people, and the appropriate use of masks and personal protective equipment, especially in health settings. It's important to stay home if you're feeling unwell and to call a hotline or your medical professional. But if you have a fever, cough, or difficulty breathing, seek medical care early and share your travel history or contact with someone unwell with your healthcare provider. In some areas, governments have implemented specific physical and social distancing measures to prevent the spread of the outbreak. It's important to follow their advice. Vaccines to prevent COVID-19 are currently under development, and scientists around the world are working hard to make this happen. That's a quick look at this emerging infectious disease. We're still learning about this virus every day, and what's known may change. So please, check the website below for the most up-to-date information.
So, Alan,
There was lots. There was
Oh,
lots inside.
but the vaccine has been developed now anyway, so. But anyway, it's for animals
Yeah, so we
in China. So all started in China. We all know that. I still think 5G
So
was
it was
originally
in like Wuhan, China.
Yes. Animals and plus people.
There's one thing I should think about.
Yeah.
So, I was gonna get. This is funny. This is a little funny story, right?
Oh.
So my skull was gonna go on TV, right?
Yeah.
And the virus literally took it all over and showed freaking 4 scenes. It's a freaking thing.
Wait. What?
Like 4 scenes. I was never on TV.
Yeah.
Like I've never been on TV in my life. I've only been on radios, BBC Ulster.
Same.
It's just so sad that 2 people and 3 people from my school haven't got on TV. They're lucky!
But anyway, like, So we learned that. What else did we learn there? That it's treated, of course, by the tests, and if you know you're not like if you don't have trouble
Very
breathing.
contagious.
Yeah, it's very contagious. Like if you have a wee drop, it could go on, or if you touch things, we all know that. Like, say if I touch this wall or this picture, you know,
It can affect the whole thing.
Alan, this just fell.
What happened?
You have to wait to the podcast.
Oh no, it's getting old.
You have to wait to the podcast.
No! I didn't see it!
Right, anyway,
I didn't get to see it!
well, so we know that, say, as I said, if I touch this, or if I touch this, oh my god! Alan! You missed it again! You missed it again! You missed it again!
Look, this time, what were we saying? What were you saying?
I was saying if I touch this, or if I touch this, like it would be like if someone already touched
Darn
this,
it! I thought it was gonna happen.
if I had COVID.
I thought it was gonna happen again. I thought I was gonna get the good luck.
Sometime in this podcast that was hard to fall down again. Right, anyway, so
Oh, it's almost over, bro. It's almost.
not really. We're only halfway. Hey Alan, what games do you have behind you? Read them to us. Oh!
There's lots.
Oh! Oh my god. Oh! Alan! You missed
I
it!
fell again.
Oh, my toe. Hit my toe hard. Oh god. That is wonky. It's getting old, I tell you. It's been
Alright.
Right, anyway,
So we got that game over there. I got that game over there. I'm gonna zoom. I'm gonna go get my best friend.
alright, Alan, so we're going to talk about a big subject in COVID. So you see the way we learned about, say this plate, look, say this plate, okay? Say if you had COVID, okay, and you were here, and you touched this plate. Say if you ate out of it and you hold it and you just sat it down, okay? And then I came and I was like, oh, I'm gonna move this back to where it was. Look, and then it's sitting there, Alan, and then I touch it, and then I do this. I put it back into where it is, and I touch my face. Actually, not or anything, and I have officially gotten the virus. Like, it's so simple to get the virus, and that's how it transports. Or if you're not, look, Alan, if we're literally not 2 meters right now, if you had the virus, I would automatically get the virus. If I had the virus, you would automatically get the virus because it drops into you, and then of course you wear the face. That's why you use masks, guys. Make sure you use masks. But
Facts.
we're gonna watch one more video, Alan.
It's true.
Alan, we're gonna watch one more video, okay?
Okay.
It's gonna be how vaccines are made. Wait, there's a new one. Coronavirus update 127 variant and vaccines. Alright, we're gonna watch this one, okay, Alan? I'm gonna send you the link, okay?
Hold on. I'm just searching it up. I've just searched it up. I can't find it.
Right, come on, baby. There you go. Right, I've got none. Hang on, I'm just gonna play this ad.
Oh, man.
Freelancer, go to Fiverr.com and find one in
Fiverr
Or
is,
don't go to Fiverr.
sponsoring me
Waste
here.
your time searching.
Alright, you ready all? Medcram.com. You ready? Get it ready?
Yeah, here we go.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Medcram.com. Welcome to another MedCram COVID-19 update. Just when we thought things were getting better here, at least in the United States, the Delta variant has popped up, and that's what we're going to talk about. But even more importantly, let's talk about variants in general. So if you've got a coronavirus, and specifically the SARS-CoV-2 virus, and it goes to infect an individual, the issue is, as we've talked about before, the virus is going to hijack.
By the way, Alan, stop the video. We're going to stop through this and talk about everything, okay? So, the Delta variant, of course, we thought everything was going to go back to normal, and then, of course, it just stopped, you know what I mean? It just, like, a brand new variant came out, the Delta variant, and it just, like, started all over again. We're going to need new vaccines and everything. But, the Delta one doesn't kill people. It's the SARS one that kills people. It just gives you, like, a flu, basically. It's not as bad as the first COVID did.
Cells to produce many more
that's what my
copies
dad
of
got, like a
itself.
Delta variant of flu.
In fact, in some
what did you
studies,
say?
I think my dad got the flu. He told me that could be the Delta variant or something like that.
Oh yeah, probably. Alright. Are you at 38 seconds?
Oh, I'm at 45.
Put it back to 38 then.
3, 2, 1, back.
it's been shown that the virus will make up to 1 billion copies of itself.
1 billion copies?
In just one individual. But here's the problem. The way that
What?
it does it is not very accurate. And so there will be some slight mistakes. And you might see a variant being produced in these infections. Now, variants are produced all the time. In fact, the truth is that most of these variants are just duds. They don't infect anything, or they might not infect as well. But every now and then, you might get a mutation that allows the virus to bind better to the next individual. And that would be a variant of concern, which are not very common. We have some examples. We have the UK variant, for instance, or the South African variant. And more recently, we have the Delta variant, which we're going to talk about. Now, this was first discovered in India. This should not be very surprising. As you may recall, at one point in India, they were getting as many as 400,000 cases on a daily basis.
Pause, Alan. Have you paused? Wait, what are you at? What's your timer? 143?
153, but 446.
Just put it back 10 seconds then. Tell me.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wait.
Alright, so
it's
daily
down the
cases,
still video,
daily
okay?
cases, 414,433. And this is the...
Per day!
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Oh my, okay, you ready to play? In 3, 2, 1, go.
Imagine those 400,000 cases, each producing over 1 billion copies. And you can see there that it's only a matter of time before you get a mutation that is fortuitous for the virus. And you can see here very easily that a mutation that allows the virus to infect better and be more contagious is going to be a virus that is certainly going to take over the world in terms of the different types of variants. So while there may be many different variants at once, if there is a variant that is able to infect better, and that's really all that matters to the virus, is to spread its genetic material as far and wide as it possibly can. That is the virus variant that is going to win in terms of the prevalence in the population. And again, this mutation that causes increased fitness can be manifested as better binding or evading the immune system. there's a number of different ways that this can happen. So as it turns out, this Delta variant has some characteristics of it, and it's known as B.1.617.2.
Alright, what's your video at 254? Alan? You there, Alan? Wait, what? You there, Alan? You there? I can see you. I can't hear you, Alan. Alan, I can't hear you. What the? One second, I know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Wait, he's offline. Well, anyway, we're gonna watch this last bit of video. We're gonna go to the main bits and then we're gonna end it off, guys. Characteristics, polymerase. Data. Okay, we'll watch this last bit, guys.
It seems so here's a nice article that actually looks at those key points.
People with ADHD save 10 hours reading articles with this Chrome extension. But no, by all means, go ahead, skip the ad, save a few seconds.
I have to do a lot of reading for my...
Alan, you there?
I'm there. It's lagging again.
Alright, you should be back. Alright, let's do this. Okay, we're going back. I thought you were away. Okay, we're going to go back to where we were. We were back. What are you at? What are you back in the video? What are you at in the video?
Wasn't it 253?
253. Alright, are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, go.
7.2. It seems that it is more contagious than the original virus. To give you an example, some experts have said that if you look at the original virus, the number of people that one person would have infected, otherwise known as the R0, it was originally around 2.5. This Delta variant has been estimated anywhere between 3.5 and 4.0. Okay, so it seems to be more contagious, but where does it seem to be found the most? Well, there was another paper that was published. This paper was known as the React 1 Round 12 report, and while it has not been published or peer-reviewed as yet, there are some interesting findings. This was put out by the Imperial College in London in the United Kingdom. And what they found is that the prevalence of the Delta variant in those aged 5 to 49, in other words, those people less than 50 years of age, was 2.5 times higher compared to those that were age 50 years and above. And so while it is possible that people over the age of 50 are more likely to be vaccinated, there could also be a connection between this virus and younger aged individuals. All right, what about hospitalization? Well, there was a correspondence that was published in The Lancet regarding the Delta variant. And they were able to look at PCR, and what they found was surprising. What they found, essentially, using a Cox regression analysis, which is a way of adjusting for age, sex, and economic status, temporal trend, comorbidities, was that the Delta variant had a 1.85 times higher risk of getting the person infected in the hospital with severe COVID-19. So if you look at SARS-CoV-2 infections since April in the United States, you'll see here that the British variant, or the UK variant, the B.1.1.7, has been, up to this point, the most dominant infection. But, as of recently, there is one that is taking over very quickly, and that is the Delta variant. And as you can see, the Delta variant has made some inroads very quickly here in the last 2 to 3 months. And the reason for that is because it is the most infectious variant that is currently there. In the UK, where greater than 90% of the cases are the Delta variant, it is what is fueling the latest surge. At least 60% of the population is vaccinated with 2 doses, which is actually
stop
very
the video,
good.
stop the video. 82%, 66% in Northern Ireland.
What?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Wait, what do you mean?
How much minutes are you on?
I'm on 5:30. Where are you?
5:28.
We at 28.
Well,
Wait, hang on. I've got to get my. Wait, hang on. I'm just gonna try and get this charger working. Hang on 1 second, guys. Just 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Right, let me try 1 second.
my tiny.
Just need to make sure this doesn't run out, guys. Let me get back to the podcast. Right. Okay, here, Alan. I think for a podcast we should react to. Why is this not? Crap, 6%. Why is it not charging? This sucks. Like, this really does suck. 1 second. Oh! Wait. I'm gonna try it. It should be working now anyway. This is. Why is it not charging? 1 second. Alan. Alan, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Why is this not charging? I'm gonna try this one again. Okay.
Sorry, Butch.
Okay. Alright. I've got it charging, guys. Alright, we're gonna go back, okay? In 3, 2, 1, go.
The fact that the cases have gone up in England and in Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland.
What?
The good news is that the corresponding deaths have not come along with that surge as yet. In Israel, where they've done a tremendous job of vaccinating primarily with the very effective Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine, there has been only a small recurrence of cases at this date, most of them from the Delta variant. So where we stand here in the United States is that there has definitely been a resurgence and a doubling of the number of cases, which is an early sign that there's something potentially coming. And we are seeing here on the daily deaths chart that for the first time, daily deaths have stopped going down and are now starting to creep up. In California, and specifically in Southern California where I practice, there has been a...
Alan, stop the video. What are you at? Are you at 627? Alan, are you at 6?
6:32.
Alright, let me just put it on the 632.
recent resurgence of cases of SARS-CoV-2.
Alright, I'm at 632. Alright, you ready? In 3, 2, here, we'll stop at 10 minutes. Sorry about that, okay? That's like, 3.5 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Right.
Daily deaths have not yet picked up, but I can tell you anecdotally in the hospitals that I work at and in the friends that I have, some of them in LA County, there has been an increase in the number of admitted cases. For instance, one hospital where I work at had not seen COVID-19 patients in months, literally, are now admitting patients with COVID-19, and some of them are requiring high levels of oxygen. So, given that, what are the tools that we have? How well equipped are we with the different vaccines that are available against this Delta variant? Let's review the data up to this point. Now, we know that there are several different types of vaccines in the world. We're going to talk about these 4, mainly because we have recent data that shows the efficacy of these vaccines against the Delta variant. That is the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine, the Moderna vaccine, the Oxford-AstraZeneca vaccine, and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And they are different. The Pfizer-BioNTech and Moderna, of course, are messenger RNA vaccines, and the Oxford-AstraZeneca and the Johnson & Johnson are DNA that use adenovirus as the vector. And if you have more questions about that, look at our previous MedCram videos on those particular vaccines for more information about how they work. Now, as you know, these 3 first vaccines are first and second shot, and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is a one-time shot. Now, there's 2 different categories that I want to refer you to. And the first category that we're going to talk about is infection. So, infection, what I mean by that is, does the vaccine prevent the individual from being infected and therefore prevent them from spreading it on to somebody else? That has great epidemiological importance in terms of stopping that R0 number and preventing the infection from spreading epidemiologically. And of course, who wants to get sick? Nobody does. But there's another important endpoint as well, and that's hospitalization. Does the vaccine prevent the most serious complications of getting SARS-CoV-2, which is, of course, COVID-19, hospitalization, high-flow oxygen, and ventilation, ARDS, things of that nature? And so those are going to be 2 different numbers. So let's talk, first of all, about the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine. Now, I'm going to be referencing a number of articles. Some of them have not been peer-reviewed, but it is recent data. I will give a link to all of these studies in the description below. So, there was a UK study that showed after the first dose, so when we're talking about usually 2 weeks after the first dose, the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine regarding the Delta variant, I'm talking about the Delta variant now specifically, was 33% effective after the first dose and 88% effective after the second dose at preventing symptomatic infection. And that was the UK study. Now, there was a Canadian study that came up with slightly different numbers. That was 56% after the first dose and 87% after the second dose. There was an Israeli study that showed after the second dose, they got 64%. And there was a Scottish study that showed 79%. Now, all of these are above 50% and would have been approved if this were the original virus. So I think these are all very good numbers. And again, we're talking about infection. Now, remember that the primary way that your body prevents infection...
Oh, sorry, I went past 13 seconds. Okay, are you ready, Al, to talk a bit? Are you there, Al?
I think it's time. Yeah, I'm there.
Alright, we're gonna watch to 30 minutes, which is 3, and then we'll talk, and then we'll watch the last 5 minutes after we talk about it, okay? And then we'll just talk in Discord normally. And then I've got one last video, which is not long. It'll be like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Alright, let's do it. 3. Wait, what are you at exactly?
And that's the end of the podcast.
No, it's not the... Yeah, after all that stuff we have to do. Here, Alan, what time are you at? Alan, I can't hear you. Wait, speak now, Alan. I can hear you, maybe.
Lag.
Yep, we're working.
Lag.
Okay, but Alan, what are you?
Lagging.
All right, what are you at in the video?
10:21. That's how many minutes I'm on.
Right, I'm gonna wait.
Is
I'm gonna
antibodies,
make
and we know that the mutation that has caused this variant may be slightly off enough that some people's antibody.
All right, so watch to 13, 21, and then we'll watch the last bit after. Okay. Right, 3, 2, 1.
Responses may not be good enough at preventing infection. But remember that one of the things that helps you prevent getting worse is T cell activation. When T cells are replicated in the human body, they also are replicated in a way that is not perfect. So it allows for variance in the T cells. And so if you have variance in the virus and variance in the T cells, that will sometimes allow for a bit of change. The T cells can be effective at reducing hospitalizations and taking care of cells that are already infected. And therefore, what we typically find is that the hospitalization numbers are usually much better. So that same UK study found that after the second dose, there was a 96% prevention of hospitalization and death if you got the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine after the second dose. And when I say prevent here, I'm talking about efficacy. So in other words, if there's a 90 plus efficacy, that would be in comparison to a control, or where there's no vaccine, which would have a 0% efficacy. There was a Canadian study that looked after the first dose. There was a 78% reduction in hospitalization after the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccination, and that was the Canadian study. You might be wondering why we don't have data after the second dose. There wasn't enough data points to make that available in the studies so far. There was also an Israeli study that showed, in terms of preventing hospitalization after the second dose, that it was 93% effective at preventing hospitalization and death in Israel. So the bottom line here for the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine is that despite the fact that Delta is more infectious and causes potentially more hospitalization, Pfizer is exceptionally good at preventing hospitalization and death from the Delta variant. What about Moderna? Well, there was a Canadian study that showed that after the first dose, there was a 72% reduction, and that was the Canadian study. In that same study, after the first dose, the Moderna vaccine was 96% effective at preventing hospitalization and death. Now, the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, which has been given authorization in the UK, after the first dose, they found it to be 33% effective at preventing infection, and after the second dose, 60% effective. And that was the UK study. In Canada, where it's approved, they found that after the first dose, it was 67% effective at preventing infection, and that in Scotland, after the second dose, it was again 60% effective at preventing infection. Now, what about hospitalization? Well, in that UK study, they found that it was 93% effective after the second dose.
Oh, Alan, stop. Alright, so we're going to watch the last 5 minutes now, okay? And then we should be Gucci here. Alright, we'll watch the last bit of this video and then we talk and then we'll watch another video.
Hospitalization. In the Canadian study that they looked at, it was 88% effective at preventing hospitalization and death if you took the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccination. So again, very good numbers at preventing the worst outcomes. Now, what about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine? That's a one-time shot. What they found is we don't have studies currently that look at the efficacy, but we do have some surrogates that could be very informative. Now, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine was tested against the most strenuous variant, or the worst variant at the time, back about 6 months ago, and that was the South African variant. And when they tested the antibody response of the Delta variant in comparison to the South African variant, what it showed was that there was a higher level of antibody response to the Delta variant than there was even to the South African variant. In other words, a very good antibody response to the Delta variant. You may recall the South African variant with respect to the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. There were no people who were hospitalized or died of the South African variant 49 days after they received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. In fact, Johnson & Johnson put out a statement saying that as time went on, the immunity got better up to even 8 months after the Johnson & Johnson vaccination. So because these vaccinations are so good at preventing hospitalization and death, and also reasonable at preventing infection, your risk from the Delta variant is going to be predicated on a couple of things. Number one, it's going to be predicated on whether or not you're vaccinated. So it's also going to be predicated on the amount of people in your area that are vaccinated. If there's a high frequency of vaccination in the population around you, then you're going to be more protected. And of course, the question also is how prevalent is the Delta variant in your community as well? So here's a nice article that actually looks at those key points. And if you look at this map from the data that's available, you'll see here that the areas that are in light gray are where there is 40+% vaccinated or below case count threshold. And for those that have the dark orange, as you can see here, this is where there is a low vaccination rate, less than 40%, and also an elevated case count. So this is where, if you are living in a county that is orange on this map in the United States, that's where you might be concerned about the prevalence of the Delta variant in your community. And if you want more information, I highly recommend going to the CDC COVID data tracker, which gives you up-to-date information in your county and also your state. I know this seems like a very small increase at this time. The purpose of this video is not to scare you, but is to get you prepared. As we get into the fall, there are a number of factors that could be in play. There is a change in humidity. There is the change in daylight hours, vitamin D production, being indoors versus outdoors. All of these may play a role in the resurgence of a potential Delta wave. I've gotten an increased amount of personal phone calls from friends and family members who have told me that their loved ones have tested positive for COVID, and I'm seeing it more often. And so all of the signs of another wave are coming. And if you do get COVID, I highly recommend watching our video on
Kind of shocked about the coronavirus and all that and what's happening.
Yeah, and how it's all
Loved
done and all.
And 400,000 in one day.
Okay, I want you to name 5 things that you found out in the last 10 minutes.
I actually don't have any. And it's pretty stupid.
What?
I don't have any and it's
Well,
pretty
right,
stupid.
here, Alan. With next podcast, we're gonna react to, or we could do it for a video. We'll react to a full Doctor Who series. Is it your reaction to it?
Reaction to Dr. Who and Fortcast. Imagine that. It'll be called Dr. Cast.
Alright, so, okay, we're gonna watch the last and final video, which is, I will get this for you, okay? I'll get the video up for you, okay? It's at the present one. Okay. So. One second, I'm just finding the video, Alan. I'm just finding the video, okay? Perfect. Alright. Look on the bookshelf. Look at the game. It's about to fall. I'm being serious. Look. Can you not see it? Can you seriously not see it? Look, yeah, no, look again. Tell me some games you own. Okay, I'm there. Right. Tell me, Alan. Tell me one more time. Okay, look, please tell me one more time. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Alan. I can't hear you. Behind you! Alan, look behind you. Look behind you. Look behind you! Look behind you. One. Go, Alan. Watch it. Come on. I'm waiting, Alan. Get Rickroll, boy! Oh my god! Oh my! Wait, what? Wait. Oh my god, he is so mad. Alright, Alan, I'm being serious. Here's the video, okay? Like, I'm actually being serious. Right. Find the video real quick. There you go. There's the link, Alan. There's the link, Alan. Come on. Come on, click it. Oh, nobody has it bad from me. Oh my god, he's destroying this game. If he throws that on the floor, bro. If he throws one of his games on the flipping bed, that would be crazy. Oh god. Oh, he's got the guitar! He's gonna break the guitar! Alright, this forecast is bad. Alright, Alan, get down. Hang up and then I'll ring you back, okay? Hang up and I'll ring you back. Hang up, Alan! Hang up! Right. Alan, speak. Can't hear you. You might have to restart Discord, Alan. You might have to restart Discord. I'll wait a second. I'll find the video if you just restart Discord then, Alan, and then I will you'll be able to speak again. Right. Gonna find the video. The video is going to be this is the final video, guys. How vaccine made. Okay, we're not watching an 11-minute video. Okay, so what's this one? 3 minutes. Okay, this one I'll do. Alan, you have to leave. I can't hear you. can you hear me, Alan? Can you hear me? Right, restart Discord. Just do what you did last time. Remember this happened and then you had to restart. Or do something. You went offline and then... Alright, he's going to join back. Either way, before he joins back, we're going to get ready. By the way, thanks to all these vids that we've watched today. We've watched like 3 vids. But we're gonna watch this and then we'll talk a wee bit and then we will end off. Thank you. Finally a video on what I was looking for. I'm still also looking to find out exactly the COVID-19 vaccine was mass produced, but thanks for this great overview, thanks. So it looks as if it's actually kind of I'm a student from Korea, student high school, and I am dreaming of developing vaccine. For this video, I learned that vaccines are made through such a long time and complex and a long process. Looking at this video, I think I need to work harder for the future. So, a lot of people have said, 3 people have said amazing, so this should be a good video on how the vaccine is made. So, and then we've done about COVID. On your back! I can't hear you. Are you on our phone? I still can't hear you, Alan. Let me just restart Discord real quick, okay? I don't know if it's me. Yeah, my volume's full, guys. Maybe it's just Alan's side, I don't know. Well, Hello?
Prank!
What?
Hello!
I can hear you! Yes. Alright, put your video on. Put video on.
The vaccine manufacturing process. Oh my goodness, it's going way too fast.
Wait, what are you doing? Don't go in the video.
Oh! I'm on the camera.
Yeah, and then go back to the start. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Wait, what do you mean? What was a prank? What was a prank?
Oh, I thought you were pranking.
Pranking what?
I thought you were pranking me if you can't hear me.
Oh no, I actually wasn't. I couldn't hear you. I'm being serious. You can listen to the podcast when it comes out next week. Right, are you ready? Are you at 000?
Are you still recording the podcast?
Yeah.
You recorded me raging?
Yep. Alright, we are going to watch the video in 3. Whoa, okay, right. In 3, 2, 1, go. This is going to be satisfying. The vaccine manufacturer process.
Wow.
1. Just not 1. Research and development, anywhere from Friday. As the first step, scientists study the thing. When development vaccine critical and safety profiling, the vaccine is then submitted to regulatory authorities for approval. Core of the vaccine starts from the earliest research phase and starts throughout the manufacture. The entire process takes place in control and mental thing. Why is it going so fast? 2.
I don't know.
Many different raw materials such as salts, serum are needed to produce a vaccine. Really? Salts, serum, and syringes? Assembling. Some must be ordered up to 2 years in advance to ensure everything is right. Each raw material must meet quality standards before the production. 3. Producing them in order to produce millions of vaccine doses, large amounts of the key elements later, up to 12 months. The adenine, a substance which induces immune body in the key is grown, must be grown from small flasks of. Why is it going so fast? Every step from this point on must be kept as a controlled temperature between 2 degrees and 4. For some vaccines, 2 key ingredients, adenine and carrier proteins, need to be brought together to ensure. These are called conjoined vaccines. Examples include vaccines which help protect against what the hell? 5. Combine all ingredients to increase the body's immune response to a vaccine and is need to be diluted to or combined. Why is it going so fast? Different intents can be also combined to produce vaccines that address more than such diseases, such as the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine. 6. Filling in return approval. The finished vaccine is then used to fill syringes, vials, and tubes depending on the nature of the vaccine. 7. Jeez. Packaging. Vaccines are then packaged according to the specific requirements of the countries in which they will be used. 9 weeks that takes. This is 9 weeks in. Final, before being released, the vaccine must meet our quality controls. 9. Disruption. Our vaccines are distributed to around 90% of the world's countries. They are given to millions of babies, children, adolescents, and adults around the world, helping prevent disability. And that is it, Alan. Well, that.
How long podcast?
No, there's what we got before we end it. There's one thing I need to say. Literally, do you see how much is needed to be a vaccine? Like it takes at least 10 weeks. That's 2.5 months. That's 2.5 months.
It's critical.
That's how much needs.
That's why coronavirus will get worse and worse, but then later on get better and better by the day.
Yep, and it'll end hopefully in 2022. Well, guys, we learned about so much today, didn't we? Of how COVID spreads, as I told you, with the bowl and all, and with the thing falling. And Alan said about his experience, and I said with my experience, a lot, about 3 million people died, billions of cases, so much happening. The Delta version, we learned all about the new Delta version, and how it all COVID exists and it all comes from. And we should hopefully it should end in 2022 if you look back at this video, hopefully. Well, guys, I do hope you did enjoy. If you did, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, smash the little bell because helps the channel a lot. Let you stay tuned for uploading things. Make sure to subscribe to Little Al Gaming because he helped here. That is his channel, Little Al Gaming. So, yes, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. This has been Fortcast 3, but this has been
number 4 with a special guest.
This has been how a virus destroyed the world.